డోర్ క్లోజ్ చేయండి. అక్కడ పెట్టేసి మళ్ళీ మేడం వాళ్ళు వస్తారమ్మా. Okay, good afternoon, students. Today we have to discuss Newton's third law of motion. In previous class, we discussed that Newton's first law and Newton's second law. But here, Newton's third law advantage. Today we have to discuss. First one, what is Newton's third law? First one, what is Newton's third law? Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Example, one person is pushing the wall. Just observe here, he pushes one wall. One person pushes the wall. Here we have to observe the person applied force F1. That person applied force F1. In which direction that force acting? In which direction that force is acting? Along horizontal direction. This direction is forward direction. Okay, identify this point. Next one, that same person can experience same amount of force in opposite direction. In which direction? In opposite direction. Just identify this force is provided by wall. This force is provided by wall. Identify this point F2. Here, person pushes the wall in forward direction. So same amount of force is acting on the person. This force provided by wall. Both are acting in opposite direction. Both are acting in a opposite direction. You have to identify this example. And another example, a swimmer is swimming in water. Here swimmer is swimming in water. Here just identify this example. One swimmer is swimming in water. He applies the force in backward direction. He pushes the water in a backward direction. In which direction? He pushes the water in backward direction with his hands. So here we have to identify that applied force in backward direction. Then body can experience one external force. That external force is provided by water. That external force is provided by water. Identify this example. One more example I can give for you. Here, person is standing on horizontal surface. Here, person is standing on horizontal surface. Here, person is standing on a horizontal surface. His weight of the body is acting in vertically downward direction. This weight acts on horizontal surface of ground. So just identify here weight acts on horizontal surface of ground in vertically downward direction. But another force is acting in vertically upward direction. That force is contact. Okay, that force direction we have to identify. in vertically upward direction. Okay, in downward direction, we have to represent W equal to mg. In vertical direction, we have to represent normal. Both are acting in opposite direction. Both are acting in opposite direction. Their weight is one non-contact force. Normal is one contact force. But its direction we can identify. Both are acting in opposite direction. One more example I can give for you. Here, one gun. Now, is a real gun only. Don't forget. So now just identify. Here, identify this gun. Here, whenever we have to fire the gun, bullet can experience external force in forward direction. Okay, are you identify this point? Here, bullet can experience one external force. Okay, this force provided by spring. Okay, spring generally we have to consider inside the gun. That force can provided by spring only. Okay, here just identify one external force acts on the bullet in forward direction. In opposite direction, okay, gun can experience force F2. Due to that reason, during firing the gun, so every policeman or military person, they will keep that gun on his shoulder. Okay, so we can easy to shoot the another person. Otherwise, the gun is rotating in a backward direction. Okay, are you identify this point? Here, one force is acting in forward direction. This force is acting on the bullet. Due to that reason, the bullet is moving in forward direction. Here, gun we have to identify. This gun can experience another external force. That external force can move the gun in backward direction. Move the gun in a backward direction. Here also we have to identify how many forces are acting with the two forces. Okay, one more example we have to identify working principle of rocket. Working principle of rocket. Now just identify here. Here one combustor chamber. In combustor chamber releases gases. That gases can provided that gases provide external force in vertically downward direction. Here combustor fuel can release so more amount of gases. That gas can apply the pressure in vertically downward direction. Here force acting per unit surface area we have to consider. So what is that force? Here force acting per unit surface. Then this surface can apply that force on rocket. Here force applied by rocket in the downward direction. Here force applied by floor. Force applied by ground in vertically upward direction. Here we can identify that F1 direction, downward direction, another force is acting vertically upward direction. Okay, one more example I can give for you. Here one ball is floating on surface of water. One ball is floating on surface of water. Here just identify weight of the body is acting in vertically downward direction. W equal to mg. Another force is acting in vertically upward direction. This force provided by water. Okay, are you identify this point? So here weight of the body is acting in vertically downward direction. So another force is acting in vertically upward direction. This force provided by water. These all examples we have to identify. Every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. In first condition, we have to identify he pushes the wall. Then he experienced one external force in opposite direction. Okay, he pushes the wall in forward direction. Then he experienced one external force. Okay, so just identify this condition. It is action. Okay, next he experienced one external force. This force provided by wall, reaction. Next, here we have to identify swimmer is swimming in water. He applies the force in backward direction. He applies the force in a backward direction. This force is action. This force is action. Then that person is getting one external force. That force provided by water in which direction? Horizontal direction. Okay, reaction. F2. Here both are acting in opposite direction. Here person is standing on horizontal surface. Weight of the body is acting in vertically downward direction. Contact force, normal force is acting in vertically upward direction. Weight can represent action. Normal can represent reaction. Here also we have to identify, whenever we have to fire the gun, bullet can experience one external force. Bullet can experience one external force, and gun is experiencing one additional external force in opposite to that direction of motion of bullet. Both forces are represented in opposite direction. Here we have to identify, here combusted fuel can apply that pressure in vertically downward direction. Okay, pressure nothing but force acting per unit surface area. Force acting per unit surface area. Which one provided that force? Combusted fuel can release certain amount of gas. That gas can apply that pressure in vertically downward direction. Then, so that rocket can experience additional external force. That additional external force provided by ground. Here, action downward direction. Action downward direction. Reaction upward direction. Here we can identify another example. Here one object is floating on surface of water. When object is floating on surface of water, here this body can experience two external forces. One external force is acting vertically downward direction. This force provided by weight of the body. Okay, another external force provided by water. Okay, another external force provided by water in vertically upward direction. These all examples can give only one explanation. Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is Newton's law. Okay, students. Okay, you have any doubt? Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, note down this condition. Okay, now one by one we have to discuss Newton's laws. Newton's first law. Newton's first law can explain inertia, definition of force, linear momentum. But Newton's second law can explain change in momentum and impulse. and it is used to derive that formula for force and linear momentum. Okay, but Newton's third law. But Newton's third law can explain law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, it is the specialty of Newton's third law. Okay, what is the specialty of Newton's third law? Newton's law can explain law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, now we have to discussing about that law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, total quantity of motion contained in a body. Total quantity of motion contained in a body is remains constant if there is no external force acts on it. If there is no external force acts on it. Okay, another definition also is that this definition already I explained with the help of inertia. Okay, another definition we have to discuss. Okay, total momentum before collision. Total momentum is equal to before collision. Sorry, total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Another condition, another definition also we have to use depending on condition. We have to explain this law of conservation of linear momentum. Total momentum before firing of the gun is equal to total momentum after firing of the gun. Okay, it is mathematical explanation. It is one of mathematical explanation. Okay, now we have to discuss that condition. What is that first definition? Actual definition of law of conservation of linear momentum. Total quantity of motion contained in a body. If there is no external force acts on it, it is remains constant. Which one? Momentum is remains constant. Okay, so here we have to identify this point. Total quantity of motion contained in a body remains constant in an isolated system. In an isolated system, if there is no external force acts on it. Isolated means same system. Okay, now we have to observe one gun. Now here we have to identify this condition. Initial mass of the gun, capital M, mass of bullet we have to represent small m. Initial velocity of gun u equal to 0. Okay, initial velocity of bullet. Okay, initial velocity of bullet equal to 0. After firing the gun, then bullet can experience one external force in forward direction. Okay, external force acts in a forward direction. Here, backward direction, gun can experience another external force F2. Another external force F2. Here, F1 can represent action, F2 can represent reaction. Okay, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, we have to identify F1 equal to minus F2. Okay, formula while we have to explain this Newton's law. Every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Action F1 that is equal to reaction F2 minus indicates opposite direction. But what is the definition of force? Tell me. The rate of change of momentum. The rate of change of momentum is called as force. Here F1 represents bullet experienced force in forward direction. Right here, rate of change of momentum d by dt of p. D by dt of p. That is equal to, so here which one experiences that momentum? Which one can experience that force? Bullet can experience that force. The rate of change of momentum of bullet. Okay, that is equal to minus the rate of change of gun. The rate of change of gun. Sorry, the rate of change of momentum of gun. So we have to represent the PC. Okay, now identify this condition in these two conditions. Okay, time is same. At the particular instant, here bullet and gun can experience external force in opposite direction. So that here time interval is same. We have to remove these time intervals. Now write dp nothing but change in momentum of bullet. What is that change in momentum? We have to represent. So final momentum, okay, minus final momentum of bullet minus initial momentum of bullet, Pi. That is equal to minus of, okay, final momentum of gun, minus initial momentum of gun. Okay, initial momentum of gun. What is the formula for momentum? Linear momentum formula. E equal to mass into velocity. Equal to mass into velocity. Now tell me that final linear momentum of bullet. So mass of bullet we have to represent m. Velocity of bullet we have to represent small b. Initial momentum how much? Initial momentum of bullet is 0. What is the reason? Here bullet is at rest inside the gun. Is at rest inside the gun. So that your initial momentum of bullet is 0. So right here, final momentum of gun, mass into velocity. Here V represents velocity of bullet. M represents mass of bullet. Okay, minus. Next one, you have to find out that initial momentum of bullet. How much? Mass into 0. Mass into 0. Okay, that is equal to minus, we have to write, what is that? Momentum of gun, final momentum of gun. Here, gun can experience external force. Due to that reason, the gun is moving in backward direction. Okay, here gun is moving in which direction? Backward direction. Velocity of gun, capital V. We have to write mv. mv minus initial momentum of gun. What is the initial velocity? 0. Initial velocity of gun equal to 0. We have to write m into 0. So finally we have to get the values small m into small v, that is equal to minus capital MV. Okay, right now, so here minus MV come to left hand side, then we have to write capital MV plus small mv equal to how much? 0. Initial momentum of gun and bullet equal to 0. Final momentum of gun and bullet equal to 0. Therefore, total momentum remains constant. Okay, therefore, total momentum remains constant only. We have to identify this point. So here, what is the definition of law of conservation of linear momentum? Total quantity of motion contained in your body, okay, remains constant if there is no external force acts on it. Okay, here what is that momentum? Momentum equal to constant. So here before firing the gun, total momentum how much? 0. Total momentum of this gun and bullet equal to 0. After firing the gun, their total momentum equal to how much? 0. It represents after firing the gun, total momentum of gun and the bullet equal to 0. In two conditions, we are getting that momentum equal to constant. Understood? Okay. So one more example we have to discuss. First, we can note down this example. Next, we can discuss another example. Okay, example 2. One more example we have to discuss. Here two bodies are moving in a horizontal direction. Mass of two bodies, one is m1. Mass of first body m1, initial velocity u1, mass of second body m2. Okay, your initial velocity you have to represent u2. Now identify here condition u1 greater than u2. u1 greater than u2. Now just observe here, there is one horizontal plane surface. Is one horizontal plane surface. Both are moving in same direction. Here initial velocity of the first body greater than to second body. Because of that reason, both are collide to each other. Collision is produced between these two bodies. So here both are moving in same direction. Both are moving in a same direction. At a particular time, both are collide to each other. Then both the velocities changes after collisions. Okay, identify that point. After collision, both the bodies can experience different velocities. M1 body is moving with velocity v1, M2 body is moving with velocity v2. Okay, students, now just identify. So before collision, so mass of the body m1, m2 and its initial velocity is u1 and u2. After collision, mass of the body m1, its velocity v1, m2 is mass of the second body, and v2 represents velocity of second body. We have to identify this is the condition. Okay, during collision, this is very, very important. During collision, both the bodies can experience a force. Okay, here first body can hit the second one. In which direction? Forward direction. Okay, first body can hit the second one. Which one applied that force? First body, m1 mass of the body applied that force. Then m1 can experience external force in opposite direction. It is F2, it represents F1. F1 provided by m1 mass of the body. Okay, F2 provided by m2 mass of the body. Both are acting in opposite direction. At the particular instant, both the bodies are getting collision. Then both the bodies can experience external forces in opposite direction. Because of that reason, its velocity changes. Okay, so first body velocity v1, second body velocity v2. Understood? Now identify this condition. According to Newton's third law, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Every action that is an equal and opposite reaction. Just identify this point. Here F1 direction is forward direction, but reactional force F2. Okay, reactional force F2. So what is the definition of force? The rate of change of momentum is called as a external force. The rate of change of momentum is called as a external force. We have to write d by dt of p. That is equal to minus d by dt of p. So here P1 we have to consider P1. So the rate of change of momentum of first body, the rate of change of momentum of first body equal to the rate of change of momentum of second body. Okay, identify this point. But here time interval. Okay, collision produced is time. Collision produced time how much? Dt time. We have to cancel that dt time. So dt get cancelled. Same time interval. Okay, now we have to identify dp1 equal to minus dp2. So right here, final momentum of m1 body minus initial momentum of m1 body. Okay, initial momentum of m1 body equal to final momentum of m2 body minus of final momentum of m2 body. So right here, final momentum of m2 body P2F minus initial momentum of m2 body. You have to write P2I. Okay, P1F represents initial momentum of first body, and P1I represents P1F represents final momentum of first body. P1I represents initial momentum of first body, that is equal to minus of P2F. P2F represents final momentum of second body. P2I represents initial momentum of second body. Okay, now we have to simplify. P1F means momentum formula. Linear momentum equal to mass into velocity. Linear momentum equal to mass into velocity. Right here, the final momentum of first body m1 v1 minus initial momentum of first body. We have to write m1 u1. That is equal to minus of P2F. P2F here, just identify final momentum of second body. So M2 V2 minus initial momentum of second body M2 U2. Now simplify here M1 V1 minus M1 U1, that is equal to minus into plus minus M2 V2 minus into minus plus. Okay, so M2 U2. Okay, identify this point. Now minus M2 V2 come to this side. We have to write plus M1 V1 plus M2 V2. That is equal to minus M1 U1 go to right hand side. So now right here M1 U1 plus M2 U2. Now just identify here M1 U1 plus M2 U2 represents total momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system. Total initial momentum of system how much? M1 U1 plus M2 U2. Total initial momentum of system M1 U1 plus M2 U2, that is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. That is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. It represents total final momentum of system. Final momentum of system. This system, how many mass of the body consider? 2 mass of the body. So that we have to represent this condition. Okay. So M1 U1 plus M2 U2, that is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. So this formula can represent law of conservation of linear momentum. This value equal to constant. This value equal to constant. Okay, identify this condition. So here before collision total momentum equal to after collision total momentum. Okay, M1 U1 plus M2 U2 that is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 that is equal to constant. Therefore, so this condition obeys law of conservation of linear momentum. Total quantity of motion in this system remains constant. Okay, that value equal to constant value. Observe here. Note down this information. Okay, next we can continue example problems related to law of conservation of linear momentum. Here, just observe here example problem 1. It related to law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, your mass of gun mg equal to 3 kg. Mass of bullet equal to 10 grams. It is very small one. Mass of bullet is very small one. Because of that reason, we consider 10 grams. Mass of gun 3 kg. Okay, next one. Initial velocity of gun. Initial velocity of gun UG equal to 0. Initial velocity of bullet. Initial velocity of bullet equal to 0. Okay, after firing the gun, blade can experience an external force. Its final velocity, small v. Its final velocity, small v, and mass of bullet mb equal to how much? 10 gram. Equal to 10 gram. The final velocity of bullet equal to 30 meter per second. 30 meter per second. Okay, you have to identify this condition. Find out recoil velocity of gun. Find out recoil velocity of gun. Recoil velocity of gun means whenever we have to fire the gun, bullet is moving in forward direction, gun is moving in backward direction. During the moving time, gun is getting one velocity. This velocity is called as recoil velocity of a gun. This recoil velocity of gun we have to consider the opposite to the direction of bullet. Opposite to the direction of a bullet. Now we have to identify that point. What is that meaning of recoil velocity of gun? Whenever we have to fire the gun, bullet is moving in forward direction, then gun is moving in a backward direction. Okay, here velocity of the gun in backward direction we have to call as recoil velocity of a gun. We have to represent that velocity. We have to represent that velocity in backward direction. Symbol is capital. Symbol is capital. Now apply that law of conservation of linear momentum. Before firing the gun, total momentum equal to after firing the gun, total momentum. Okay, before firing the gun, what is the total momentum? 0. Okay, we have to identify mass of gun. What is the initial velocity of gun? Initial velocity of gun 0 plus mass of bullet. Mass of bullet we have to represent mb. Initial velocity of bullet 0. Okay, total momentum how much? 0. Initial momentum of gun and bullet equal to 0. After firing the gun, we have to find out the total momentum. Okay, here mass of gun. Mass of gun we have to represent 3 kg. So first we have to represent that symbol mg, and final velocity of the gun. Final velocity of the gun we represented in backward direction. So we have to find out that. Here final velocity of the gun v. Final velocity of the gun v plus mass of bullet. Mass of bullet we have to represent mb. Okay, final velocity of bullet we have to represent v, small v. Okay, so now, so this total value equal to 0, right? mg v plus mb into v equal to 0. Yes or no? So after firing the gun, total momentum value equal to 0. This is law of conservation of linear momentum. Now we have to find out this recoil velocity of gun. Now we have to find out recoil velocity of a gun. Velocity of gun. So right here mg v plus mg v equal to minus mb into small v. Now find out that recoil velocity of gun v equal to minus mb small v divided by capital mg. Okay, substitute that values. Small v, capital V equal to minus mb value. Mass of bullet how much they given? 10 grams. Converted into kg. 1 gram equal to how many kgs? 10 into 1 gram equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. 1 gram equal to how much? 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. So right here 10 to the power of 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into velocity. Velocity how much? 30 meter per second. Divided by mass of gun. Mass of gun be given 3. Okay, now we have to cancel 3 1 jars, 3 10 jars. 10 10 jars how much? 100. So here 100 into 10 to the power of minus 3. That is equal to how much? That is equal to minus 0.1 meter per second. Minus 0.1 meter per second. So here 0.1 meter per second is represents recoil velocity of gun. Recoil velocity of gun. But here minus represents opposite direction. Here minus represents opposite direction. Okay, note down this example problem. Okay, it is a homework problem. Yeah, just observe here. Two vehicles. Mass of first car M1 equal to 500 kg. Its initial velocity u equal to 60 meter per second. Its initial velocity u equal to 60 meter per second. Another vehicle is moving in forward direction. Its velocity u2 equal to 40 meter per second. 40 meter per second. Its mass m2 equal to 600 kg. Both are moving in same direction. In which direction? Moving in same direction. Okay, both the vehicles are moving in same direction, but here initial velocity of car, you have to identify 60 meter per second. Then it reached to second one. Okay, initial velocity more than 2, here 60 meter per second, more than 2, 40 meter per second. Because of that reason, this car can reach to the back side of the second car. After collision, both are moving with same velocity. After collision, both are moving with same velocity. Just identify. Both are moving with same velocity. Both are moving with same velocity. Find out that common velocity of car. Find out that common velocity of car after collision. So it is very easy. We have to use that method, law of conservation of linear momentum. Before collision of these two cars, total momentum equal to after collision. Okay, total momentum of these two cars we have to find out. Then we can find that common velocity of the car. Okay, students, it is example problem for you. We have to do in your home. So in next class, we have to continue we have to start a free body diagram.